Hello, fire signs. Welcome to Vidya's Prophecy Tarot. This is a general love reading for you. Well, it could apply to career as well. Let's see as we go along. So I'm going to start with Aries. Okay, let's get started. Aries, what is the message for you? What's the message here for Aries? What is the message for Aries? What is the message here for Aries? Message for Aries. We've got All Hallows Eve, okay, and we've got elements. And let's get a card from here. Or two cards. What's the message here for Aries? What's the message for Aries? Ooh, official person. And one more. Ooh, for poverty and bad health. Okay. With occupation. So for some of you, this could be literally at work. Okay. Let's see. We've got elements here. It speaks to feeling called to do something. Okay. It feels like something wonderful is around the corner. With All Hallows Eve, it feels like making sure you do something. You're determined to take an action to get your way. Okay. With this official person, it could involve some sort of official person. Okay. If this is at work especially. With poverty and bad health, for some of you, you may want some kind of legal ruling, okay, and you're determined to go for this. Especially if it's at work, you could be thinking your heart done up, like you're not getting your due here with poverty, okay, you're not satisfied or things aren't going well, and some of you could be getting into like arbitration, tribunals, that kind of thing, okay, for some of you. Let's see. Yeah, with the Five of Wands here, there's conflict here. Okay, let's see. Aries, what's the message here for Aries? What's the message for Aries? What is the message here for Aries? Got the Wheel of Fortune. What is the message for Aries? Strength. And the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords. Aries, you're very clear about what it is you want. You want change, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. With strength as well, you're determined to make this happen. It feels like that All Hallows Eve energy of determination, making sure you get what you want, right? You're determined to do this. With the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, you see a chance to go off and have a new start for yourself, okay? For some of you, this is in the realm of work. Like you see a new, maybe some of you see a chance for something better, okay, and you're determined to go for this, a new job. Maybe it involves some kind of legal proceedings to get out of your old job, okay, it could be that. Literally for some of you, it could be that. Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Aries? I think whatever you're going towards though, this new thing with the Fool, we've got very positive cards here along with the Ace of Swords and the Elements. So I think that's probably the right thing. Okay, let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. What is that there for Aries? What is the Wheel of Fortune there for Aries? Ten of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, with the World, it's about closing out chapters, you're done. With the Ten of Swords as well, it feels like if this was a job, Aries, you really weren't happy there, okay? With the Ten of Swords, you could have thought that these people have been very unfair to you and you're ready for a change, you're ready for something new, a new period. With that poverty and bad health, it feels like you feel very badly done by. Maybe you feel like you've been left out of pocket, okay, for some of you. Okay, let's look at strength. Why is that there? 9 of coins and one more. Nice strength there for Aries. The Fool. Ooh, the Fool reversed. Okay, so it feels like you want to be single, you're determined to do this because you feel you can't take this leap of faith. You know, you can't go towards this new, better opportunity if you don't free yourself, okay? Yeah, let's look at the Fool and the 10 of Pentacles. Why is that there? King of Coins and the Ace of Swords. You're very clear. So for some of you, I really think that this is happening in the realm of work, okay? Where you want to end it. For some of you, maybe this Empress represents a new love opportunity that you wish to move towards, okay? And you have to end work. You have to get out of a job situation in order to move. It could be. Or you just want to move to another job, you know, or something better that you see for yourself. But you need to free yourself here, with, okay? You know you can't have this new opportunity otherwise. And you're very clear that that's going to be better for you with the King of Coins and the Ace of Swords, you know. You're very clear that this new opportunity is better. Okay, so let's see. What is the message here for Aries? Let's look at this official person, but I think it's just speaking to some kind of proceedings. Why is official person there for Aries? Page of Cups. And the Emperor. So could be a, you know, could definitely be a judgment, okay? That's what I'm getting. Could be some kind of judge. You're going for some kind of judgment, or you're initiating some kind of legal judgment. Let's look at occupation. I mean, I think these things just point to me to feel that you feel like you've been very hard done by. So let's look at this Empress energy. Why is that there for Aries? Queen of Swords. And one more. Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's a recognition that you need to be on your way to go towards this Empress opportunity. And with the Knight of Wands, that you need to move quickly. Okay, so if it's a job opportunity, then it's, you know, it's not going to be there forever. Okay, it's like you know, some dream job has landed in your lap, but you've got to decide quickly. Okay, you got to make a move quickly. Let's look at the Fool reversed. Yeah, the 7 of Swords and one more. Page of Pentacles. See, you think you can't have this new opportunity, you know, and you want to go towards this. With 7 of Swords, you may not be revealing to these people that you have this new opportunity, okay? You may be just trying to free yourself from this other situation without letting them know. Okay, let's look at that 7 of Swords again. Yeah, 4 of Wands. You know, if this is a workplace, you're trying to sneak out from there. You're not letting them know, okay, that you have this new opportunity. Now let's look at the King of Coins. Where's that there? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords, 9 of Cups. You know, it's a chance to turn the page, Aries, on everything that you have felt hasn't worked for you, and to move towards something better, okay? Okay, let's look at this Ace of Swords. Death. Yeah, you're very clear that you need to end the current situation. And the 2 of Cups with the 9 of Swords. Let's look at Death again. The Moon. Yeah, you're hiding this ending though. Okay, you're hiding the truth as well from these people at work, for example. Which, I mean, most people don't really let on, right? That they've got another job lined up or whatever. So that's okay. I mean, for some of you, I suppose you could, if this applies to a relationship, then you know, you could be feeling that you've been betrayed with poverty and bad health, that you weren't happy where you were and you're going for some kind of legal judgment, okay, to free yourself because you see something better or someone that you want to be with, okay. So whether it's a job or a person, it looks like you are initiating some kind of, yeah, this is you, the Page of Cups and the Emperor. It feels like you're going for this, okay? You're initiating this movement. Because with the Two of Cups, it feels like there's something better for you, Aries, okay? I do feel that if it's a job, then you feel like these people have not treated you properly. You haven't got, maybe you haven't been compensated properly. But you also feel betrayed, like I don't know, they let you down in some way, okay? And so now you're very clear that you want to move on. That's what I'm getting, okay? Okay, so it seems pretty good. I think this is favorable for you, this movement with the elements, the Ace of Swords. It feels like it's good because you're also leaving a situation that made you feel this way with poverty and bad health, right? So it is good that you're moving on, okay? So that's what I got for you. And let's move on to Leo. Okay, Leo. Let's go. Okay, what is the message here for Leo? Oh, it's hot. Okay, what's the message here for Leo? Oh, what is this? Reflection. Okay, I'll take that. And we've got Spider. And let's get a couple of cards from here. Leo. What's the message for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? Mature man. Okay, and one more. Change. Okay. And we've got bad health again. Gosh. Okay. Reflection. It says, be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut. Okay, so I feel this is about projecting your fears. Okay, Leo, some of you could be doing that. You could be projecting your fears and seeing things that aren't there. With the Spider, maybe that someone's deceptive. Maybe you think this mature man, right? With the mature man and change, it feels like some of you could be worried that there's some change coming with the person who was previously quite supportive, okay? Supportive of you. But maybe you're just imagining this, I don't know. With the bad health, it feels like you feel like you're going to be on the outs. Like this person is maybe leaving you out or something. Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? We've got the Queen of Wands, okay. And two more. What is the message for Leo? Justice and the Chariot, okay, with Death. Yeah, that's what, Leo, it feels like you could be very worried here that someone's going to end things with you, okay, that there's some kind of plot, a deceptive plot. When it comes to this justice, you know, some of you could be thinking that someone's leaving your connection, okay, maybe legally, that they're moving on. We do have the Queen of Wands here. Now this is you, right? You could be thinking that this person is leaving you and moving on, okay? This mature man, okay. Could be someone slightly older than you. Okay, let's see. Oh, not these cards, let's see. Okay, what is the message here for Leo? But for some of you, I mean, I don't know, with that reflection, maybe it's not true. Let's see, what is the message for Leo? What is the Queen of Wands there for Leo? Knight of Spears. And the Moon. Okay. with the Page of Cups. I think some of you feel that someone you're with, this mature man, now it doesn't have to, it just means someone who's maybe not super young, okay? You feel that with this Knight of Wands and the Moon, they're secretly moving towards this Queen of Wands, okay? Now for some of you, you are the Queen of Wands, you could be the other person, but it feels like there's three people. There's a mature man and his partner, and then a younger energy who's this Queen of Wands. And some of you feel that this mature man is not revealing the truth, that they're moving towards this Queen of Wands, okay? Now let's look at Justice, the Fool, and the King of Wands. Yeah, you think some of them are taking a leap of faith. They're going off with somebody else, okay? If you're the Queen of Wands here, you think this person is leaving you, okay? With the Moon, it feels like they're not even telling you why. They're just moving on. And so, you know, you're sitting here reflecting. Your worst fears are filling your mind, right? And you're sort of imagining the worst here, Leo, okay? I mean, if this is you, okay? Now let's look at the Chariot. Four of Swords. And the Lovers. Yeah, you think someone wants to move towards a lover, okay? This mature man you think is moving towards a lover. They're ending things with you. They're leaving you out, right? But with the reflection, it says, be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut. So there may be things you're not seeing here, Leo. And we see that with the Moon as well. There's a lot that's unknown here. Okay, so let's see. Let me get a card on this reflection. Why is reflection there for Leo? Two of Cups. So there is love here. Okay, Leo. I think this person does love you. Okay. Let's look at the mature man. Three of Swords. Yeah, I think you're expecting this person to hurt you. You know, that's what it feels like. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're worried about this with the Emperor. You're worried about this person, okay, that they're going to move very quickly. Let's look at the Moon. Judgment. And one more. Ace of Cups. Yeah, you think this person has decided to move towards someone that they're in love with. This Queen of Wands. And you feel that they're keeping you in the dark about this. Let's look at the Fool. Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Fool reversed. Yeah. So I think maybe some of you were expecting to marry this person. Okay. This mature man, you thought you were going to get with them, like you were going to marry them, and they're not doing this with the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Fool reversed. They're not going for this leap of faith. Let's look at that King of Spears. Queen of Wands. Yeah, instead you think they're taking action towards someone else. Okay. Let's look at the Four of Swords. Yeah, the Devil. I think these are your fears. Okay, with that reflection, there's a lot of sitting and ruminating, focused very obsessively about this, Leo. With the Page of Swords, maybe spying on this person, trying to figure out what they're up to. Okay, it feels like an obsessive energy of worry, of spying as well, keeping them on, you know, like you're so sure this person is fooling you. Let's look at the Lovers. King of Wands. Yeah, you think this person is going to take action towards a lover. Let me get another card on reflection. Why is that there? The Hanged Man. Yeah, you feel this person has changed their feelings towards you, okay, that they're no longer in love with you. And we have the Magician. So some of you could even be plotting with the Magician and the Spider, right? It feels like that Magician energy. Plotting, you know, maybe trying, because you're imagining the worst here, that this person is leaving you, that they're kind of like a player energy or something. Okay, let's look at Judgment. Yeah, High Priestess, Three of Cups, you think there's someone secret here, okay? But maybe it tells me that you may be imagining this for some of you. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Fool reversed. Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you thought you would be in a long-term connection with this person, okay? They may be having second thoughts with that Seven of Pentacles. They may be wanting to reassess or take it slow or something. And it's convinced you that there must be someone else here, okay? That there's a secret third party here. And that's why this person is dragging their feet. But it might not be the case, okay, for some of you. I mean, with that reflection, it could be. For some, it might be a third party. There might be someone else. But for others, I think your fears could be getting the better of you. This person may just really want to slow things down, okay, and think about things. Like maybe they have cold feet, okay. And so in that sort of a case, you could just be imagining this, you know, because something you're not seeing here. And it feels like your fears are speaking loudly, okay? And you're just worried that this person doesn't feel the same way. Let's look at that Four of Swords again. Yeah, the Lovers, you're obsessed with the fact that this person might have another lover, okay? I mean, as I said, for some of you, there could be another lover, definitely. For others, I think you're imagining this, okay? Or like you've got trust issues and you're worried that this, you know, like, because this reflection card says very carefully, be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut. For they're mirrors of the mad and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue, right? So everything you hear and everything you see is not the truth, okay? So, I mean, for some of you, you may have heard that this person has someone else, or someone could have said that, and that may not be the truth, okay? It could be gossip or something. But for some of you, I mean, it is probably the truth. So it could go either way, really. But I think the only real truth here right now is that this person is reassessing and taking some time out to think about whether they want to commit, okay, to you. Because, I mean, with this mature man, maybe they're getting on, maybe they have children, right? Other family members to consider. And so they could be just taking some time out to think about this, okay? So until you know for sure, or you have clarity from that person that they're ending your connection, I don't think you should sit there ruminating about this, okay? Obsessively thinking about this person and obsessively imagining the worst, because that's what I feel here, you know? Let's get a card on that spider. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. You're wondering if they're working with someone else. With this bad health, Leo, some of you could be literally driving yourself to bad health, making yourself ill, okay? Thinking about this obsessively. And if you're doing that, I mean, that's really not healthy. Please don't do that, okay? Because it may be that your fears are unfounded here. I feel for whichever Leo this is, the fears may be unfounded because of that card, you know. So just wait to hear from this person, okay, before you just start obsessively ruminating about this. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. And let's move on to Sag. Okay, Sagittarius, what is the message here? Okay. What is the message here for Sagittarius? What's the message for Sagittarius? What is the message here for Sag? What is the message for Sagittarius? Voices. Okay. Ooh, Banshee beneath it. Okay. Okay. Let's get a couple of cards from here. What is the message for Sag? What is the message here for Sagittarius? What is the message for Sagittarius? We've got the Lovers, and one more. What's the message for Sag? We've got a message. Okay. We've got Courthouse. Okay. So with this Voices energy, Sag, it feels like, it says, with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering, for this is where they guide. So it feels like some kind of pull, okay? For some, it could literally be gossip or talk. Because we've got the Lovers here, right? It could be about a pair, a couple. There's a message about this, okay? Now, we've also got the Banshee here as the underlying energy. So somebody did something that caused them pain, okay? With this Courthouse, there could be legal proceedings now. Yeah. Okay. What is the message here? What is the message for Sag? What's the message here for Sagittarius? What's the message here for Sagittarius? What is the message? Sagittarius. Two of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Emperor. Wow. With the Knight of Wands. Okay. So it feels like there's an Emperor energy here, Sag. Somebody who is... somebody from your past, okay, because this Emperor is looking to the past. I feel this person wants to move. With this Page of Cups, they want to reach out, they want to message this lover, someone that they're in love with, okay. Yeah, they're looking to move quite quickly towards this person, okay. Okay. Let's have a look here. What is the message for Sag? Oof, the Devil. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see. Why is the Two of Cups there for Sag? Why is the Two of Cups here for Sagittarius? Eight of Wands. And the Nine of Spears. Okay. Let's look at the Page of Cups. What's up there? The Hierophant. And the King of Coins. Wow, okay. And let's look at the Emperor. The Empress. Wow. And one more. The Six of Wands. Okay, with the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Wands here. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Okay. So someone's coming back, okay? They want to extend a cup to you, maybe even commitment with this Hierophant and the King of Coins. They're promising marriage. This is someone who moved on, okay? It felt like things were moving quickly, and then with the Nine of Spears, some sort of boundary was set up, okay? But now they're looking to the past. They want to come towards you. They want to offer commitment. They see you as their counterpart, the Emperor, the Emperor with the Empress here and the Six of Wands, right? Okay. But the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands is a deceptive energy. I don't know if this person can be trusted. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Sagittarius. What is the message here for Sag? I'm going to straight away just get a card on that Banshee. What is the Banshee about? The World. Okay, so Sag, I think if you... It feels like a third party. It feels a bit like a third party, okay? For some, I mean, if you're in a commitment and this person is coming towards you with this message, reaching out, trying to get you to leave your commitment, then you could be swallowing a nail here, okay? Which means there's pain down the road, right? With the Courthouse, a divorce, legal matters that won't go in your favor, okay? Because I feel with the Seven of Swords and this Knight of Wands, you know, you might not be seeing the truth about this person. Let's look at that voices was up there. Yeah, the temperance, getting together with you, okay? Let's look at the message was up there. King of Wands. Yeah, this is this person coming towards you, wanting to get with you. And I think for some of you, if you're already committed, I mean, that's not okay. Let's look. Let's look at this Eight of Wands. Where's that there? The Sag. Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So this person, when it came to moving towards this, it feels like they may have held back, okay, from offering anything. You know, it may have moved very quickly, but then they could have held back from making an offer for some of you of commitment. Let's look at the Nine of Spears. Yeah, Knight of Cups. They held back from making an offer, okay? But it feels like now they wish to come back and reconnect and offer some sort of commitment. So it's someone who didn't offer you commitment in the past, okay? Let's look at the Hierophant. The Three of Coins and one more. Yeah, Ace of Coins. This person held back from a commitment. Now let's look at the King of Coins. Six of Swords. They moved on from you, okay? Oof, yeah. Six of Swords and the Devil. They may have even moved towards something which was very toxic, very codependent for them, okay? Yeah, and okay, so, well, let's just look at this Empress. Why is the Empress there? The Hanged Man. Yeah, I think they see you. This is someone who didn't offer you much, who moved on from you. They may even have moved into another commitment, and they're seeing you differently now, okay? They recognize you're this Empress energy and the one that they're meant to be with. And so they're looking from the past. They're looking with the benefit of hindsight and trying to come towards you. Now, let's look at the Seven of Swords. Where's the Seven of Swords there for Sagittarius? The Star. Yeah, you know, the thing is, you're the star here. And, you know, Sag, if this is someone that you put on a pedestal, and you're amazed that they're coming towards you and, you know, you thought the world of them, you could be fooling yourself here, okay? For some of you, this person could be a Knight of Wands. Let's look at that Knight of Wands. Eight of Coins. And the Nine of Wands. I just think that you need to study this because the Knight of Wands is a Sag card, right? You need to study this and be a bit on your guard because I feel like things are not quite as they seem here, okay, with that Seven of Swords. This might, for some of you, this could seem like a dream that this person who didn't offer marriage is now back offering commitment. You know, and you might think you're the perfect match for each other, the Emperor, the Empress, the Six of Wands. It's, you know, you're both like a power couple, but there's something that you're not seeing here. Okay, and there's pain if you go down that road. Yeah, and I said the road, and you've got the journey card behind that. So if you go down this road, there could be some kind of pain here, okay, and it could even be legal. With the courthouse, some of you could lose a home, okay. Yeah, there's something, so you need to be careful here. Because I feel like it's not, you know, everything's not as it seems. This person has got the benefit of hindsight now, okay? It's like when they were with you, they didn't appreciate you. But now looking back, they see you as this Empress energy, you're successful, you've got everything. And so now they wish to come towards you, okay? Let's look at that Devil. Where's the Devil there? Four of Wands, yeah. They could have trapped themselves into some kind of commitment, okay? Yeah, and the Tower and the Seven of Cups. You know, this person is worried maybe also about losing a home, okay, if they're going through a divorce. And so they're looking at you as being able to provide all of that, okay. Yeah. Just be cautious here, because I feel like let's get another card on the Seven of Swords. Where's that there? Yeah, Eight of Wands. You know, they moved on from this, so maybe you should too. Okay, things are not quite as they seem here. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, I mean, this could all end very badly for you. If you're in another commitment and this person's coming back and they're proposing marriage now, it's someone who didn't offer you anything before. Please be very cautious here, okay? Because I feel this person is not going to bring a lot to the table. And not just monetarily, I think maybe with that Seven of Swords and everything, they're not even going to be terribly honest with you, okay? So, yeah. So that's what I got for you, Sag. I wish it was a little more positive, but you got to kiss some frogs, right, to find the prince. Okay. So that's what I have for you. And that concludes all the fire sign readings. Please do tell me in the comments if it resonates. Do hit like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Doesn't cost anything as well. Okay, so please do that. And tell me in the comments if it resonates at all. And I'll see you next time.